How many in-game days does it take to complete the Stardew Valley Community Center? 30 days. In other words, the last bundle is completed on the second day of summer. This is done by using a seed chosen to guarantee 12 items from the travelling cart and a visit from the fairy on the 1st of summer. What if you wanted to play on any seed? What if you wanted to play Unseeded? First, we need to define what it means to play Unseeded. Game mechanics like the travelling cart can be used to obtain items before they can normally be obtained, but only if you are lucky or have chosen a specific seed. Therefore, playing Unseeded means banning mechanics that require a specific seed to reduce the total in-game days needed to beat the game. This means no travelling cart, no items from garbage cans, no Krobus, and no usage of the crop fairy. Other parts of the game affected by the seed like crop quality and geodes are fine, as these mechanics do not change the number of in-game days needed to beat the game. How many days does it take to complete the community center in this rule set? How do you do it? Without the ability to fish or enter the mines, day 1 is about planting the 15 parsnips before chopping down trees. I need one chest to store my tools and items in, and a second chest for when I enter the mines. I talked to Pierre and Marnie here, and this will be something that will be useful later. With the forage I find, I finish getting wood before ending the day by removing weeds and looking for extra forage in places I haven't been to yet. Apart from the morning chores of watering the plants, today is all about one thing: fishing. Fishing is actually the best casual way of making money in the early game, and I need a lot of money early on. I'm not good enough at fishing to get the money for the fiberglass rod today, but I go to Willie's anyway to clear my inventory. Aside from having 1600 G and extra fish to sell, I don't catch anything notable and leave the beach at midnight so I don't lose money. While it is technically optimal to fish in the river today, catfish are too difficult for me to catch at such a low fishing level. Instead, I fish in the ocean to quickly buy the fiberglass rod and to fish an eel. I fish up 2 fire quartz, which will help with unlocking the minecarts earlier, as well as a diamond, which will massively help with money. After putting the rest of the fish in a chest, I finish the day by fishing in the mountain lake, making sure to get level 5 fishing so I can get more money from the fish I've caught so far. I start by planting the rice shoots, this just being a source of farming XP that requires no watering. Selling some of my fish to Willie, I make enough money to be able to buy the backpack upgrade as well as a lot of seeds. Cauliflower, potatoes and bean starters for the spring crops bundle, as well as 16 kale seeds, as kale is the most efficient crop in terms of farming XP versus amount of watering needed that I can grow at this point. I speak to Demetrius today. He will be a useful friend, that will help me later. A single copper ore is bought, so I can make a furnace tomorrow. Then I finish the day by fishing. This is where I get the best luck in the run so far, a Neptune's glaive. The benefit of this will be seen for many days to come. I also get 2000 G worth of gems, but that is less important. Today opens with 2 cutscenes. The cutscene from Clint is skipped as soon as possible, so I don't meet him officially and still get the furnace recipe. Marnie's is unskippable, so it happens as normal. After harvesting the parsnips, I don't plant the kale and other seeds today, as I want the scarecrow so that critical plants do not get eaten by crows. Then I start the community center cutscene, so that I have the wizard cutscene available later. Today is the first item quest I get given for Demetrius, and this is why I went out of my way to speak to Pierre, Marnie and Willie before speaking to Demetrius yesterday. This is because, even though I cannot exactly predict the bulletin board, the board has a bias towards giving quests for the most recent NPC met, and so by meeting NPCs in this order and not meeting any more, I can get more quests for Demetrius and therefore get affinity for him faster. I enter the mines at 10 AM and my main goal today is to get as deep as possible, then farm copper. I make it to level 30 today right after midnight and get 4 copper bars. I start by crafting a scarecrow and planting the seeds, then head to the mines to get the 5th copper bar from the furnace so that I can upgrade the axe as early as possible. I need the iron axe before spring 13 so that I can clear the small tillable area on the beach farm of the logs and stumps so that I can plant there. I use 2000 G worth of gems to buy the axe upgrade, then check the beach for forage before heading back to the mines. I make it to floor 40 by 6 PM, then farm for iron, getting 15 bars worth of iron and 12 bars worth of copper. I start by shipping a bunch of items to pay for the iron axe, then head to the mines to grind for iron for sprinklers to water the strawberries. I get enough iron by 2 PM and switch to farming copper, which I complete by 6 PM. With copper and iron farming done for the time being, I pick up the furnaces and head back home. Without having anything else to do at this point, I make the trip to the wizard's house so that I can submit to the bundles. This is scary because I need to skip this cutscene early so I do not officially meet the wizard. The same idea as with the Clint cutscene. Fortunately, I successfully avoid meeting the wizard and end the day. With 5000 G in my pockets, I bring some items to the museum to pass some time for Clint's to open. Most of the useful items like the crystallarium and magic rock candy are too hard to get, so the main items I want from here are seeds. At Clint's I open a few geodes, mainly so I can leave with as little money as possible, then upgrade my axe. I spend the rest of the day fishing, but I smelt iron and copper in my furnaces as I do so, placing the furnaces on tiles I know Sebastian won't walk on. Fishing and smelting. I get the iron axe, collect some clay, then clear the part of the farm where I will be growing strawberries later. With the clay I got today, and some of the stone from the mines, I try to build a silo, but since I forgot to sell items yesterday, I don't have the 100 G I need. Worse, I could have bought the silo with money stored in the journal from completed quests, but I forgot. Alas, I go into the mines in order to reach level 51 plus, where ghosts spawn, but only make it to level 45 and then head home. I build a silo next to the letterbox, so I can check hay levels quickly, then back to the mines. I get the soul essence by 2 PM, then grind for copper to replace the copper I used for the silo. Then I complete the spring forage bundle, the construction bundle, and the whole boiler room, along with submitting the red mushroom, parsnip, cave carrot, 4 of 5 crab pot items, and the eel. I finish the day by chopping trees for wood. The crops are ready, and with their harvest I get level 2 farming. I can't actually craft the sprinklers until tomorrow, but I can place wooden floors on tiles where I will place the sprinklers tomorrow. I actually determined that I have space for 4 more sprinklers, so I head to the mines for the materials for those. I head back once I have 29 sprinklers worth of metal, and chop trees on my way back. Having sold 12,000 G worth of fish, gems and random items, I have enough money to buy exactly 116 strawberry seeds tomorrow. Today is the Egg Festival. Before I buy the strawberries, I need to set up the area to plant them in, as I want all the seeds planted, fertilized and watered today. Though the festival opens at 9 AM, access ends at 2 PM, so I have 7 hours in the morning for preparation. Although I bought 116 seeds, I accidentally hoed an extra tile and planted a seed there. Oh well, 115 out of 116 seeds isn't bad. Realizing that I have a tile next to a sprinkler with nothing planted there, I decide to plant my one ancient seed so the tile isn't wasted. From here I sell the spring seeds, kale and some chubs to buy the coop, then finish the day with fishing. With the crops for the second half of spring sorted, a new goal emerges: quality sprinklers. When summer 1 happens, I need to overhaul the sprinkler setup to utilize the better sprinklers, changing the number of watered tiles from 116 to 181. This requires 21 gold bars, iron bars and refined quartz. To get that, I also need to get to floor 80 where gold ore spawns. I only make it to floor 75 today, but I gather enough iron to get 10 bars as I go. I fish all day, catching 13,000 G worth of fish and diamonds. I sell my gems to Clint, get all the money stored in the quest menu, then sell fish to Willy until I have 13,500 G, then upgrade the coop to a big coop so I can house ducks. Then I go to Marnie's ranch to buy 4 chickens, 2 white and 2 brown, scything grass along the way to guarantee they have food to eat. I get 2 of each kind of chicken to double the chances of their respective large eggs each day, as the animal bundle has to be completed much faster than usual. The hardest part is of course naming. I name them Butter, Roast, Soup and Dumpling. From here on it is essential to make sure that these animals are petted and fed every day, as well as eggs harvested to guarantee new eggs get laid. I finished the day by getting to floor 80 in the mines and farming gold, getting 8 gold bars worth of gold. Today starts with turning in some items to the community center, both to get the Speed-Gro to accelerate the ancient fruit, and to clear out some items stored in the chest. After chopping some trees, I move the furnaces to the mountain lake so I can fish while smelting ore. Unlike other fishing days, I fish until I get level 10 fishing, then end the day with more wood chopping. I get the angler profession so that my fish are worth more. The big coop is finished today, so I sell some fish, buy 2 ducks named Dr. Nick and Duck Dorhu, and build a barn. I then finish the day by farming gold, then farming iron, getting enough ore for 21 quality sprinklers. After tending to the animals, I spend all day fishing while smelting. The first round of strawberries are done, so I harvest them all, and in doing so get level 5 farming. It is compulsory in the run to get the tiller profession, and this means that tomorrow I can use my strawberries as additional items to sell. In addition, gold strawberries are the best gifts for Demetrius in terms of the ratio of money to affinity. I also make a change in the route by deciding to upgrade my pickaxe to iron to help with the future endeavours. This means that I need 25 copper ore and iron ore. I also get a lucky yam from a Dougie and get the final dwarf scroll. With the resources obtained, I clear out the bat cave and scythe some more grass before bringing my ore and furnaces back home. After tending to the animals, I get a quest from Demetrius, then fish all day, catching nearly 15,000 G worth of fish and treasure. I have a lot to buy today. The barn upgrade, the copper pickaxe, and the 25,000 G bundle in the vault to get a crystallarium to duplicate jades. Robin's carpenter's shop is closed on Tuesdays, but if she is intercepted walking past the shop counter at either 9:40 AM or 7:50 PM, the shop can still be used like normal for that moment. After gifting Demetrius the strawberry and the cauliflower in that order, I turn in the dwarf scrolls and extra artifacts to the museum. Then I sell additional strawberries to fund the barn upgrade. While waiting for Robin to get home, I chop the nearby trees, then buy the barn upgrade. With 1,300 G left over, I go to the saloon to check the dish of the day and buy salads, then finish the day chopping more trees. Today is a day of the flower dance. However, the event itself does not matter, as I cannot dance with Demetrius, and nothing Pierre sells is worth losing a whole day for. Today I get the first duck egg, which is easy as it does not require friendship or mood. As I can't buy cows today, I spend the rest of the day fishing. Today, the second round of strawberries are done, so I do a minor trick to get more gold strawberries than I otherwise would. By filling my inventory with random items and having a stack of gold strawberries only, I am only able to harvest strawberry plants with gold strawberries. Today's harvest gets me 29 gold strawberries. With today's harvest done, I gather my gems and eggs to sell so I can immediately upgrade my pickaxe from copper to iron. Then I take some fish to Willy so I can buy baits as well as 2 cows and a pail. On the way, I trigger a cutscene and accidentally meet Jazz. I believe that as she doesn't send gifts in the mail, this won't affect my chances of a gift from Demetrius. I find out 3 weeks later from Blade that this is not true, and my odds of a gift from Demetrius has gone down from 1 in 6 to 1 in 7. The 2 cows I get are named Cheese Moo and Yogurt Moo, and with that done, I spend the rest of the day fishing, passing out at 2 AM as I leveled up farming when I harvested those strawberries. With a duck feather from one of my ducks, I sell both ducks to conserve hay. After harvesting 32 more gold strawberries, I deliver a red mushroom to Demetrius for a quest, then spend the rest of the day fishing. After getting 7 more gold strawberries, I get my 9 melon seeds and single star fruit seed from the museum, then take my new iron pickaxe into the mines. I make it to floor 105 before heading back home to conserve energy for the next day. I also find a red mushroom to replace the one I gave to Demetrius. Even though today is a perfect day for fishing, I actually have enough money in stored items to buy all the seeds on Summer 1 as well as complete the vault. As such, today is mainly about preparation for tomorrow. I finish harvesting these strawberries today with 73 gold strawberries obtained from the second round overall. This is just over twice the gold strawberries than what I would otherwise had without doing the manipulation. However, the profit from this strategy was only 1800 G. One of my other goals for today is to chop as many stumps as I can, both on the farm and in the secret woods. This is for foraging level 6 to craft lightning rods to protect my farm from lightning. I buy the apple and pomegranate saplings today because this is the only way to guarantee the pomegranates and 3 apples for the Enchanter's Bundle and the Fodder Bundle. I also buy 2 goats named Dockham77 and the greatest of all time. I buy a small amount of grass starter so that my animals will eat grass and thus max out their mood, and then place items on that grass so that the animals do not eat the grass on those seed tiles. I end the day by placing the quality sprinklers on the tiles they need to go and moving the basic sprinklers to the bottom of the growing area so that they still contribute to watering. In addition, I sell all my fish, gems and geodes so that I can start tomorrow with 28,000 G. Today is the first day of summer, and with this comes a lot of work buying, planting and watering seeds. After tending to the animals, I scythe away the dead strawberry plants and hoe the untilled tiles. Then when the clock strikes 9 AM, I start walking to Pierre's to buy seeds. I buy 2 tomato seeds, 2 blueberry seeds, 2 pepper seeds, 2 poppy seeds, 5 corn seeds, 160 melon seeds, and 200 wheat seeds. These are for the completion of 5 different bundles, as well as money and farming XP. Returning to my farm with the seeds, I plant the special seeds in the top row for quick access and fill the rest with melons. With these crops planted, I water these tiles so that the crops will be done a day earlier and use my sap to make basic fertilizer to enhance the crop quality, primarily for the corn and melons. With the crops in the sprinkler section planted, watered and fertilized, I till a large section in front of the house to plant my wheat seeds. Even though there are no sprinklers here, wheat only needs 4 rain days in order to grow, and I am guaranteed 2 on the 13th and 26th. Worst case scenario, I am watering twice. The clock strikes midnight when I finish planting the seeds, so I go to bed. The cows have finished growing up today, but they have yet to give me a large milk yet. In addition, as I have the 2 large eggs for the bundles, I sell 3 out of 4 chickens to save on hay, keeping 1 as a spare. With that done, I go to the community centre to submit items for bundles, in particular completing the vault, and I buy 50 extra wheat seeds from Pierre on the way home. With the extra seeds planted, I head to the mines so I can reach level 120 and open the skull cabin. Notably, floor 116 is a mushroom floor, giving me 2 purple mushrooms for the exotic bundle and the field research bundle. To finish the day, I chopped stumps for foraging XP. After getting a few items from the chest to submit to the community center and tending to the animals, I head to the secret woods again to chop stumps for foraging XP. This time, I bring my fishing rod to catch a wood skip as well, and on my way out I find a fiddlehead fern. Next, I go to the bus to go to the desert. This is so that I can get a coconut and cactus fruit for bundles, trade my rubies and omnigeos for spicy eels and desert totems respectively, and fish in the small pond for a sandfish. After emptying my inventory, I head to the mountain lake for a sturgeon. It takes 4.5 hours, but I successfully catch one and take it to the community center with the other items I obtained today, completing the exotic forage, summer forage, and lake fish bundles. I then catch a ghost fish first try, give Demetrius a strawberry, place a tapper on a maple and oak tree, and end the day after chopping a few more trees. I start the day by chopping even more trees, getting the 300 wood I need to build the bridge on the beach. After checking the farm cave and getting a pomegranate, I fix the bridge and get a sea urchin for the dye bundle. Access to this part of the beach will also help me get a cockle, which I need to complete the crab pot bundle. Another gift to Demetrius later, I head back to the beach to fish. I get a tilapia, a puffer fish, and a tuna. Stopping back at the farm to clear out my selling chest in the shipping bin, I go to the river to fish a sunfish, and with that I've caught every fish I need in summer that doesn't need rain. I finish the day in the mines, getting iron and smelting quartz for lightning rods. After placing a few lightning rods and tending to the animals, I gather a few items for the community center, completing the specialty fish bundle. I spend the rest of the day farming for iron in the mines, taking a small break in the middle of the day to buy salads and extra grass starter. Today is spent farming for coal and iron for Skull Cavern. I also visit the dwarf today, but decide not to buy anything that they sell. At the time, I don't know yet that this will also reduce my chances of a gift from Demetrius, so my odds of a gift are now 1 in 8 instead of the 1 in 6 if I had not met Jazz or the dwarf. I start the day by getting a large milk from one of my cows, then gather items for trading with a desert trader. I take jades for staircases, quartz for bombs, and rubies for spicy eels. I also give Demetrius a strawberry. I spend the rest of the day farming for more iron for more bombs. Today is the earliest day after getting the staircases from the desert trader in which I can use those staircases in Skull Cavern. However, today is also a bad luck day. I had planned to repeatedly go as deep as possible in Skull Cavern so I could have a chance at a rabbit's foot and red cabbage seeds from a serpent as well as a rain totem from a treasure chest. But, since bad luck means stones spawn significantly fewer ladders, I decide to forgo depth entirely today and just repeatedly reset floor 1 of Skull Cavern. In my first attempt, I burn through all 30 salads, and don't get either a rabbit's foot or red cabbage seeds. I also died right after midnight, so it's a quick trip to Reset City. However, I also went back to look at the footage, and assuming purple slimes have the capacity to drop red cabbage seeds, my odds of getting a red cabbage seed in an attempt is 15%, meaning that I'm expecting to get it within 6 to 7 attempts. My second attempt also gets me nothing I need, but at least I don't die. My third attempt, my morale is starting to get low, but at 3 PM I get a rabbit's foot. Deciding to keep the day so I don't need to grind for a rabbit's foot later, I keep on killing slimes and serpents. This continues until 10 PM where I get a very lucky and get a red cabbage seed as well. I immediately leave Skull Cavern, head to the sprinkler area of the farm, and plant the seed after harvesting the 2 poppies, making sure to use Speed-Gro so the cabbage will grow faster. I had planned on fishing for money today, but I worked out that the money I would get from both harvests of melons would be more than enough for the things I need to buy for the rest of the run. With that in mind, I gather the resources and money to build a fish pond. The reason why I am building a fish pond is that it is my third source of Nautilus shells. There are 3 ways to get Nautilus shells other than just getting them in winter. They can rarely spawn on the beach farm. Demetrius can gift them in the mail. And fish ponds with 10 mussels can produce them. This item is why I've been so keen on becoming good friends with Demetrius. As I'm not guaranteed a Demetrius gift even with max friendship, I want to maximize my odds of getting one through other means. Nevertheless, after gathering items for the community center, including a cockle found at the bottom of the farm that completes the crab pot bundle, I fish for a short while at the farm, hoping for an extra mussel or two, but then decide it is a waste of time and end the day by chopping trees and mining boulders. The oak tree has produced its oak resin, and once that is done I head to the forest to chop more trees. At this point I just need wood for the house upgrade and the max out barn, totaling 1000 wood for both. Once I think I have enough wood, I head to the mines to farm ice slimes for winter roots and boulders for stone. Today is a luau, and I plan to make use of the event for more affinity with Demetrius. However, as access to the event ends at 2 PM like the Egg Festival, I also want to make use of as much of that time as possible. In addition, one of my goats gives me a large goat's milk today, meaning that I can complete the annual bundle now. I take the large goat's milk and oak resin for the community center and a regular goat's milk to make a goat cheese in the free cheese maker from the animal bundle. The strawberry is for Demetrius and the purple mushroom is for the luau soup. Once Demetrius has the best soup of his life, nothing else of note happens and I go to bed. Today is the first rain day of summer so far. With 2 guaranteed rain days, I'm down to 1 worst case scenario watering day. I get the maple syrup from the maple tree and put the 3 mussels I have in the fish pond. From there I go to the beach to fish a red snapper, hand it into the community center to complete the ocean fishing bundle, then order a second fish pond from Robin. I don't expect to be able to fill a third fish pond, so I do not worry about getting any more. I take 200G and an emerald to the desert to buy a honey from the oasis and a cheese from the desert trader respectively. Then I clear out the beach of forage to encourage mussels to spawn, then finish the day by getting the resources for a few more lightning rods. The first round of melons are done today. I harvest them and gather some miscellaneous sellables to sell as well, making sure to keep 5 gold melons and 2 regular melons for the quality crops and summer crops bundles respectively. I take these items to Pierre to make 60,000 G and immediately buy 13,000 G worth of melon seeds and put them in the chest. Giving the mussels some clay to finish their fish quest, I go to the mines so I can smelt my iridium and gold and craft my last 3 lightning rods. Making it back home at 11 PM, I put away a few items and go to check on my red cabbage. Oh no, I forgot to plant the melon seeds. Quickly deciding whether or not to reset the day, I decide to attempt to plant all the seeds in the remaining 2 hours of the day. With the help of a spicy eel and a coffee, I hurry to plant all the seeds and I manage to plant all of them except for 1 tile, and I make it back to bed with only 20 minutes to go in the day. I start by crafting 5 seed makers, the main use of which is to convert winter roots I got from ice slimes into winter forage seeds. I need those as they are the only way to get snow yams and crocuses outside of winter. After harvesting the 1 star fruit and planting my last 2 melon seeds, I take more items to the community center, completing the summer crops bundle in the process. Then I go to give Demetrius a gift and order the last barn upgrade from Robin. Then I farm for gold while converting winter roots to winter seeds and spice berries into summer seeds. With 3 furnaces being too little to smelt all this gold, I then farm copper to make more, then farm for coal and winter roots. I end the day with 5 furnaces cooking gold on the farm. I start by smelting more gold and crafting a crystallarium for more jades, then harvest 2 out of 5 corn plants. I know which corn plants will produce a gold quality corn crop by harvesting all 5, noting which one will produce a gold crop, then resetting the day. I then take a strawberry and a quartz to Demetrius, as a gift and item quest in that order. Then I spent 6 hours fishing, trying to get another mussel for the pond before giving up and finishing the day farming for winter roots. 2 more gold corns are ready today, and the cabbage has also finished growing. Then I go to Robin to build a house upgrade. I'm short 100 wood, so I chop trees while waiting for her to walk past the shop counter. I sell my gold bars and iridium bars. At the time I was not planning on making more crystallariums, but this did turn out to be a minor mistake. Then I buy the final backpack upgrade. This is nowhere near as important as the first upgrade, but it is convenient. Then I gather 10 bug meat for the mussel pond quest, and finish the day searching for summer forageables to turn into summer forage seeds, as that is more efficient than simply putting spice berries into seed makers. Finally, I set up my inventory for a Skull Cavern run tomorrow. Today is a Skull Cavern day. I have 17 ladders and a bunch of bombs and salads, and the only thing I want is a rain totem to guarantee a rain day in fall for a walleye. However, I only find 2 treasure rooms, getting farm warp totems and a crystallarium. My plan was to reset today until I got a rain totem, but only finding 2 treasure rooms, one of them being the guaranteed one on floor 100, made me decide to keep the day and convert the iridium ore I got to more crystallariums. I also turned the 80 copper ore I got into 4 more furnaces to quicken the smelting of iridium and gold. The plan now for the rain totem is to make as many crystallariums as possible, to make as many jades as possible, and use the leftover money to buy stone for even more staircases. I harvest the last of the gold corn and take the gold corn and cabbage to the community center, mainly to turn in the cabbage so that nothing can possibly happen to it. Then I sell my gems to Clint and finally buy the pig, naming him Oinky. I only need 1, and I don't need to worry about food or friendship, as the pig will produce a truffle no matter his friendship so long as he is fed, and the maxed barn will automatically feed him if he doesn't eat any of the grass. I also buy 225 Deluxe Speed-Gro from the oasis. About 160 will be used to grow pumpkins as quickly as possible, and the rest will be used to grow winter seeds as quickly as possible. Finally, I end the day in the mines, farming for gold to craft more crystallariums. Today is Demetrius's birthday, and thus the most important day in maximizing his friendship. However, the mussel fish pond also has a fish quest, 5 soul essences. This is fortunate, as one possible fish quest at this stage is wild bait, which I can only get by befriending Linus, which jeopardizes my daily odds of a gift from Demetrius. I gift Demetrius at 10 AM, which puts his friendship at 10 hearts. I no longer need to do anything for him to get the gift other than be lucky. I finish the fish quest at 2 PM, then buy a rice from Pierre so I can use my new kitchen to cook a fried egg and maki roll with the egg, seaweed and red mullet I kept for it. With this done, the kitchen now serves no more purpose. Then I check the bat cave. Finding an apple in there means I can complete the artisan bundle, so I take the apple as well as the fried egg, maki roll, corn and a salmonberry to the community center, and while the salmonberry isn't directly needed, with the keg from the artisan bundle, I can turn the salmonberry into wine for the enchanter's bundle. Then I end the day with more winter root farming and crafting 2 more crystallariums. Today is the lucky day. Demetrius has sent me a gift. While it is a bream, the contents of this gift are determined when the mail is opened, meaning I can reset the day until he gives me the Nautilus shell. On the 4th attempt at getting the Nautilus shell, I get it, and after managing the furnaces, I immediately hand it into the community center. With this done, nothing can happen to ruin my ability to complete this run other than a few scary moments coming up. Then I go to the desert trader to buy some more desert warp totems, spicy eels, and convert 84 summer seeds into 21 winter seeds. I buy 2 sunflower seeds for the chef's bundle and then end the day farming stone. I spend some time farming stone and gold, kill a few more dust sprites to unlock the burglar's ring for double monster drops, then end the day farming coal and winter roots, and hoping for a rare drop of a prismatic shard. I'm looking for a prismatic shard here to get a galaxy sword, but it is a low enough priority that I do not care if I get it or not. Today is a rain day, and I breathe a sigh of relief knowing I won't have to manually water the wheat. Then I farm gold until I have enough and end the day farming winter roots and hoping for a prismatic shard that does not come. The batteries from yesterday's thunderstorm allows me to craft 7 more crystallariums. The remaining iridium is enough for 2 more crystallariums, and I decide that I do not need any more than this. Once I have enough gold for the last 2 crystallariums, I finish the day farming stone. Today is another thunderstorm, which means that the wheat will be ready a few days earlier than expected. I spend all day in the mines farming winter roots, stone and dust sprites. By sheer good luck, the melons and wheat are done at the same time. After gathering a few miscellaneous items to sell, I harvest the melons and find that this alone was enough to hit level 10 farming. I had planned on this being enough for level 9, with the wheat being needed for level 10, but the extra XP from the animal products was enough to push me over the line. Nevertheless, I need wheat and hay for the fodder bundle, and the rest of the wheat is free money, so I harvest it anyway. All these items get me 71,000 G, and I put my remaining batteries and a few diamonds into the shipping bin for more money. It is easier to re-till soil than destroy premature wheat, so I allow the soil to naturally untill instead of planting wheat to bridge the gap to fall. Then I end the day same way as yesterday by farming ice slimes and dust sprites. At the very end I select the agriculturalist profession, taking great care not to accidentally pick the other one. This profession will shorten pumpkin growth by 1 day and winter forage seed growth by 1 day, making it critical for the run. I harvest 2 melons and an ancient fruit before spending the rest of the day in the mines. I start by harvesting a sunflower for the chef's bundle before handing it, along with 10 wheat, 10 hay, winter root and crystal fruit to the community center. In addition, the wine I had brewing next to the fish tank is done, allowing me to finish the enchanter's bundle. The 1 star fruit I have gets kegged for giggles, then I finish the day in the mines. I start the day pickaxing all the tilled soil to ensure none of the tiles have basic fertilizer, as when growing pumpkins it is critical for them to have Deluxe Speed-Gro. Oinky, my pig, has finished growing and has given me a truffle today, so he gets sold and the truffle taken to the community center to complete the chef's bundle. Then, once again, I spend the rest of the day in the mines. Today is mainly about planting pumpkins. I till all the tiles, buy 175 pumpkin seeds, 5 eggplant seeds, put Deluxe Speed-Gro on all of the tiles, then sow and water all of my seeds. It is 6:30 PM when I finally finish this, and then I finish the day by finding a common mushroom and hazelnut to complete the fall foraging bundle. Out of curiosity, I check the special orders board to see if it will give me the quest that gets me a monster musk. It doesn't, so I fish for a tiger trout, which takes me from 7 AM to 11 AM. Then I spend the rest of the day in the mines, which gets me enough winter roots to have enough winter seeds to fill the greenhouse completely, with a 1 in 10 trillion odds of not getting either a stone yam or crocus. However, I have yet to get a prismatic shard. The apple tree I bought at the end of spring has 3 apples today, which allows me to finish the fodder bundle, and with it the whole bulletin board. Then, you guessed it, I spend the rest of the day in the mines. I check the TV first thing, and the weather for tomorrow is a storm. I'm relieved and a little bit disappointed. I don't need to go to the effort of doing a very deep dive into Skull Cavern now, but also the end of the run will not be as climactic. I buy more Deluxe Speed-Gro to grow all 108 winter seeds that it is possible to grow with sprinklers before going to bed at 9:40 AM. Today is storming, which means that I can catch the walleye today. I wait until noon at the forest pond, and catch the walleye after 40 in-game minutes. Also, the eggplants are done today, so on top of completing the whole fish tank, I submit that too. Well, the wine is ready. Even though I have no need to do a skull cavern dive now, I decide that I will do one closer to the end anyway. As today is the last day that I can buy staircases with jades, I destroy the crystallariums to get the jades out of them and go to the desert trader to buy 163 staircases. Bed. The pumpkins are ready, exactly as predicted, and I easily get enough gold pumpkins as well. After picking up the sprinklers, I go to the community center to submit the pumpkins for the quality crops and fall crops bundles, which completes the pantry, before dumping all of my sellable items into the shipping bin. After buying a few more triple shot espressos and spicy eels, I go to bed, making 89,000 G. Today is the first day I have access to the greenhouse, so I must plant the winter seeds now. The method is the same as with the pumpkins. Hoe, then fertilize, then sow, then water. I still have agriculturalist, which means that the winter seeds will also grow as fast as they possibly can. Once that is done at noon, I go to Robin's to convert all of my money into stone. That is, after Willie gives me this cool hat I can wear. I buy 11.5 stacks of stone from Robin, then move my greenhouse next to my house for easier access. Out of curiosity, I check the dish of the day, and it is 2 lucky lunches for a total of 1000 G. This is the best possible dish when it comes to deep dives in skull caverns with lots of ladders. With no money, my first try is to go to the desert to get forage to sell to Pierre. However, I forget that today is Wednesday, and Pierre is closed. I check the bulletin board and have a quest from Demetrius for a coconut I just got, for 300 G. Also, I had 75 G from a prior quest I hadn't claimed yet. With 630 G left to get, I go to my only option open after 5 PM, the Adventurers Guild. I spend a couple hours farming void spirits, get the money, and make it back to the saloon by 9 PM and buy both lucky lunches. Today is a bad luck day, so I go to bed hoping for a better luck day tomorrow. Today is a good luck day, so off to the desert I go with a whopping 310 ladders. The only thing I care about is a rain totem, but I am only doing one attempt as due to my good luck I don't actually need a rain totem. On floor 120 I get 2 rain totems, before it is even 8 AM. Ordinarily I would just leave now, but I see what I get if I use up all of my staircases. My last staircase getting me a treasure floor, I end up finding 24 treasure floors in total, getting among other things an auto grabber, 3 iridium slime eggs, 4 hats, and 15 cactus seeds. Doing the math afterwards, with this many treasure floors, I had a 60% chance of getting a rain totem, and even with the expected amount of 16 treasure floors, using the +3 luck from lucky lunches, my odds were 50% of a rain totem. I continue for a few more floors, but without my ladders it is a lot slower, so I just leave, use a rain totem, and go to bed. On this nice day, I could catch a walleye if I wanted to, but there is no need, so I go back to bed. Day 70. Fall 14. The winter forage I grew has finished growing, and with that I can complete the winter forage bundle, which completes the crafts room and the entire community center. The final cutscene happens on fall 15, but I count the run completed today on fall 14 as the final cutscene is dependent on a sunny day, which I cannot guarantee in the same way that I could guarantee a rainy day. The first thing to think about looking back on the run is to wonder if the community center can be completed even earlier. However, the run is dependent on the growth time of pumpkins and winter seeds, and there are no known ways of growing those any faster or getting them before fall, and the travelling cart does not count here. The second thing to think about is the missing bundle. Ordinarily, you could complete the last bundle, have the ending cutscene on the next day, and force the day after that to rain so that you can complete the missing bundle. However, with the final bundle done on fall 14 and the cutscene on fall 15, the next day is fall 16, which is the Stardew Valley Fair. Since it cannot rain on festival days, it takes one more sleep to complete the missing bundle. However, the items would be extremely easy to get. All of them can be obtained well before fall 17, so I decided to focus on the community center itself. Where will I go from here? I have a few ideas, but I do not know exactly where the next video will drop.